Over the last year and a half, there's been a great concern for a lot of residents in the state of Delaware, not only the public, but also members of the press and lawmakers themselves, about access to information through their own government. And during the pandemic, as many of you know, there were 8 months where the Freedom of Information Act was delayed or shut down, where the press, people, and lawmakers could not get information from the executive branch and their own government. The Freedom of Information Act, if you don't know, is exactly the process where the public and the press get information from their own government about what's going on. You can go to their government and certify in writing exactly what they want to see and what information, what statistics they need to know about what's going on. And then the process is that the government has to get back to them within a certain time period. My bill 203 says that even during an emergency order, that FOIA has to stay in place. I think during a emergency declaration that it becomes even more important that people and the press and lawmakers have this mechanism that's in place that they can question and get information for their government to know what's going on. It also is a great way for government to create public trust between themselves, their elected officials, and the individuals that are living within the state of Delaware. Now we see the Senate has introduced a bill, SB 155, that completely goes in the opposite direction and adds protection for departments, the executive branch, and other agencies within the state of Delaware to be able to deny FOIA requests from the press, from the public, and from lawmakers in a very broad way by saying that the government can state that it is abusive or it is disruptive. And there is no definition in the bill, Senate Bill 155, of what that really means, disruptive. And I see this being easily abused. Even the ACLU, the Delaware Coalition for Open Government, came out against SB 155, saying this is exactly how, in times of crisis, in times when government has done things beyond their authority, FOIA is exactly how we found out about them. FOIA is exactly how the people had the ability to rectify when the government did something wrong. So instead of giving more protection to the government under FOIA, we need to be clawing back and giving more protection on the people, the press, and others that want to find out information about what's going on in their own government.